Workington Academy Radio presents Behind the Algorithm. Hello there and welcome to Behind the Algorithm, a podcast in which us here at Workington Academy Radio will be diving into social media and the impacts it has on children and their mental health. This is the third episode of the series and we have 3 students here today to talk with us. Can you please, one by one, tell us who you are and what year you're in?
My name is Leland and I'm in year 8.
My name's Lucy, I'm also in year 8.
I'm Poppy and I'm also in year 8.
Can you please speak louder?
They're in year 8,
That was
guys.
just Poppy.
Yes.
Poppy needs to speak louder.
They're all in year 8. They are all in year 8. Crazy.
I think they might be
I'm in year 8.
I'm in year 8.
Charlie's in.
I'm in year 9.
You're the odd one out here, aren't you?
Right.
Terrible.
Right, we're going to start off with a question to get us going. How often do you use social media in a typical day, and what do you mainly use it for?
I normally use it for, so I normally use it for 3 to maybe 6 hours, depends on the day.
Bit of a jump there.
Sure. Wow. Depends if it's a weekday or weekend. I normally use it just for social media or WhatsApp to message my friends.
And what do you use? Like, what on social media?
What socials are you on?
TikTok mainly, not really others.
Anybody else?
Poppy?
I wouldn't necessarily say mine's mainly for social media. I tend to use things for like reading or listening to music because I'm not one to just scroll on my phone for ages.
Unlike Poppy, I am one to scroll on my phone. I mainly use YouTube, TikTok and Spotify and WhatsApp. They're like my 4 main.
So you mainly use all
So
of
you
them?
mainly use
All of
what
them.
Poppy uses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. What do you enjoy most about social media?
Finding a community of people who will like enjoy the same things as I do, and I think that's one of my main things.
Like Poppy, I also agree with that. But also I think having that time to like relax and chill after like a huge amount of homework, say, or after just a horrible day of school.
Yeah, I feel like it's like a comfort blanket.
Like
I
an
never
escape?
them, but like an escape. Like if something's happened, I just go there so I can calm down. And also there's always something that'll brighten my day because like there's a wide range of things to watch.
Have you ever noticed social media affecting your mood?
Not necessarily. I feel like I do notice a lot of people do get social media to reflect their mood, but I'm not one to like allow stuff like that to destroy my day or make me feel like any sort of way.
It makes me feel like happy. Like if I watch a funny video, it kind of brightens my day. And also like some things, it makes me tired. Like not in a bad way, but like I watch it to go to sleep, so I actually sleep.
As Lucy, I also feel like that, like the gleam and like joy of just watching like people having fun, like, because I don't see that normally in my life. It's quite depressing.
Okay, moving on. Do you think social media makes it harder or easier to feel confident about yourself?
I think it depends what's on like your feed. Like it depends on what you watch. Like if you're constantly comparing yourself to other people, it's gonna make you feel worse about yourself. But if you're watching just like really random videos, like I don't know, just funny cats, like you know the cats, yeah, them and stuff like that. No, it just depends on what you watch. I find.
I find it easier to make me feel a bit more confident because there's some videos out there which they strive to give people confidence and strive to make them feel better before they even do anything. So yeah, I always feel like a bit more brightened about my day, especially if like there's something going on.
I also agree with both of yous. It also like boosts my confidence in like myself because of other people's like actions. You know what I mean?
Like other people make you feel better about yourself.
Yeah, sort of. And also like about the content you watch, as Lucy mentioned, it also can control your mood. Like if you keep on watching like sad bat videos, it's just always going to make your mood way worse.
Quick question, what are bar videos?
Bart.
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 The Simpsons.
Yeah. Like the set videos, yeah.
Okay, next question. Next question.
What you're saying is it depends what you watch.
Yeah, okay.
In a nutshell.
As someone who does, I can look at social media sometimes, I never really see people having perfect lives. And even when they do, it's never really depicted in the best way. When they show it, you can always see tiny flaws in the way they do it, and you know that it's all just staged and it isn't perfect. Which, as much as it may seem like horrible content, it's the same as like, that's what everyone's life is. So, yeah.
I also agree with Poppy, and I feel like it's not sad, but like when someone posts their perfect lives that aren't actually perfect, it almost makes me feel better about myself because I'm honest. And like I find like also if I do see someone with maybe not perfect but a great life, it makes me like it gives me some determination to make my life better and like yeah.
So use that in a good way to like channel it into your own life and say, I'm going to get to that. My life's going to be as good as that.
Like be more organised and stuff and do things to help.
I also agree with both of yous. I think that if someone shows the perfect life, it just doesn't feel real. It feels like dystopian in a way, and there's no real like telling in which if they're actually happy or not, which also like contrasts with what I agree with as a person.
All agreed, I think. Right. Do you think social media can make friendships better, or can it sometimes create problems?
Well, I think it depends who you're friends with and what you do on social media. I think if some of your if you can communicate, send people funny videos at 3 a.m. in the morning because
It's not a bit annoying sending people videos at 3 a.m.
I know this is
Should you be on your phone at 3 a.m?
exactly
well, if you have insomnia, what you gonna do? Sleep.
not go on social media at 3 o'clock in the morning.
No, but like I don't know, as long as it doesn't ping at 3 a.m. And also, however, if you post a video or something and people make fun of you, it makes it worse.
I feel like, in a way, with your friendships, it can contribute both good and bad. Sometimes if you were to not understand how someone's tone is over a simple message, then it could really convey wrong. However, if you're able to find something which you both enjoy through social media, you can use that together and bring yourselves together and closer and learn things that other people might like.
I think it's like a double-edged sword. On one side, you can send funny videos and you can really connect with people, but other people may not understand your text or message on it, because you're not really talking to them. You're only behind
The algorithm.
Yeah.
You're behind the algorithm, aren't you?
Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Metaphors are really scary.
What kinds of pressure do you think young people face on social media?
That they feel obliged to post every day and feel a certain way because of the way other people feel. I feel like it sets a lot of people back and makes them think and just sit there and have to believe that they have to be a certain way to just live.
I also agree with Poppy, and also, I feel people are pressured in the way that, oh, this is what you need to post. You need to be famous, have a good life, do this, run marathons, live a healthy life, kind of thing. I feel like it can almost set expectations which aren't actually real.
Yeah, I think it would let me give you an example. Let's say a child influencer and the other children who they're like a propaganda machine in a way of sense, that they want to be like her, dress like her, with a expectation bar so high that they'll never complete it and they'll feel horrible about themselves.
Do you feel comfortable talking to an adult if something online makes you feel upset or worried? Why or why not?
I'd say yes, because Thing is, a lot of people expect parents to not use social media, but sometimes they use it the same as you do. Although it might not be looking at the exact same things, they will understand what it's like to not be treated very nicely, even if that's in real life or back when they were like our age. So I do find it easier to talk to them about this stuff, even if they don't understand, because that gives them a new level of understanding from what you've been through.
I also agree with Poppy, but also, like, I think parents are using social media and understanding it better, like, as time goes on. And I think they'll know, like, how to help, or, like, if limitations can be set to help you, like, not feel as bad, or, like, they'll, like, help you through it, kind of thing.
I also agree in both their statements, and that how parents still know the struggles like social pressure, even though it's not the same like way or methods on how to do it, how to like combat and show societal pressures, in my opinion.
When we were talking to Josh McAllister, our local MP, he said that social media is the bigger issue and not just phones in general. Why do you think this is?
Well, because social media can be more than just a phone. It could be like a computer or a tablet or whatever people use to be able to access social media. It's not just a single phone or the way it's like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but also...
Can we just change a little bit of that question to say, why do you think it's the internet? Why do you think it's social media, not the internet?
Because the internet has more than just social media. Like, social media, you tend to be with people, hence the word social. Yeah, there's internet out there which is simple, just like Google, when you try and search something up for a homework task. Or there's just more than a social media and a social platform.
Yeah. Also, like on the internet, you can simply just be online shopping, browsing, playing the offline dino game, you know. However, I feel like on social media, you might set, you know, expectations of what you need to do, and people can have a big influence on your thoughts and tell you what you should be thinking.
I think like, the internet and the World Wide Web is just so immense, and it's not really like a whole category, it's many. And as Poppy said, you can just do so much things on the World Wide Web and internet. Like, you can like search stuff for your homework, you can search up images of a dog, for example. But on social media, you can have that ability to connect with people without talking to them. So it's that difference now.
Okay, now about the ban a little bit. We've had people from both sides of this argument. What is your opinion? Would it be better to educate people or to ban it completely?
I believe it would be way better to educate people on how to use social media, especially as some people are more mature than others and they shouldn't be obliged to not be able to use it due to their age.
Yeah, I agree with Poppy. I think you should be educated because, as you say, like, some people are mature, know how to use it, great, but I think there's also different things you use it for. So you can use it for funny videos, like if you need help with something, you can go onto YouTube or something, find how to do it, or like DIYs, or like if you're bored. It's not just comparing yourself. And also, if there was a ban and people weren't educated, how, when they're above 16, how do you expect them to use it if they haven't been educated for it because of a ban?
Yeah. I also agree that people should be educated because it's not like a one size fits all. Like, loads of people have different like maturities and like ways of using it. It's like, it's just this immense like bubble of communications and like communities, and I think you should be educated on how you should treat it properly and how to protect yourself from harm on the internet.
Well, Will Gardner, CEO of a children's charity, said kind of along the similar lines to you guys that lots can be done to educate, and he thinks that as schools we can do more to help children. But Josh McAllister, on the other hand, said he thinks a ban would work better and be more effective. So what are your opinions on that?
Well, you can compare it to like a student in school. If you've just given them attention without telling them why they've done it or what they have done wrong, then it isn't really necessarily teaching them what to do right.
Yeah, I think, yes, a ban would be more effective and it'd get things done, but I think some people use social media as like they can share things like without anonymously, what's the word? Like not in a bad way, but like if they're having troubles, they can say, "Oh, what should I do?" and just send it out and get some helpful information from people, and they don't have to be like put themselves out and be open.
I also agree with these two here. With the ban, it's just like it doesn't really like limit people's like go arounds with it. You can still like access it by your parents letting you access it, and you can use AI now to like get photos of people, and the facial recognition would say you are older than 16.
Yeah, as well as that, a ban would get people to be angry and not understand why they banned it all. If you were to educate them and then ban it, then that would cause them like to reflect on it and realise what has actually happened.
Like it, along with Poppy, I think like that's like the when they did in America, they had the TikTok ban, and they didn't fully tell people why. They just banned it for everyone of all ages who lived in America. And people got angry, started going against it. Yes, they ended up giving it back to them, but if they had almost said, "This is why I think it's a good idea," and people might have agreed with it more. And also, like, the thing is, like, some things with the face recognition is, like, on Roblox with set limits, but it's face recognition only. And I've seen some 20-year-olds not being able to get it because they look too young, or like toddlers drawing on beards and now they're over 21. And I just think you can't always trust AI.
I also no, I can't completely forget what I was going to say now.
Right, Charlie, next question, please.
What do you think the biggest drawbacks would be if changes were to introduce a ban?
I think people would just go out on it, get angry, and I think for some people, like, social media's a way of communicating with people. Like, if someone lives far away and they're not able to see each other, social media and stuff like that is how they communicate. Or maybe it's just showing compassion for someone else without having to say the words and thinking of how to say it. I think it's yeah.
I think it's just right that someone should have that ability to talk to people, to communicate to people.
Cannot just do that in the real world. Cannot just go out and talk to their friends.
Socialise.
But not many people are like in your bubble. Like not many people are in your interests, have your exact interests in their like mind, and they don't do the exact same stuff as you. And having that ability to have that shared community around the world can give you like knowledge and the ability to freely speak.
Yeah, I agree with Leland, because like you need to be able to find your group of people, and that's not always like, it's not that easy to do it in real life. Because like if you've got like, oh, you can't go outside, you know, in schools, if you can only talk to certain year groups. What if no one in your year shares the same interests as you? And I think it's good to be able to do that online, so you can, or like if someone's moved away, you can keep in touch with them and keep the friendships.
Okay. What would you define as social media? What apps?
I'd say things where you can talk to someone like on the same basis in a way. For example, TikTok, how you can message each other on that, send comments, and on things like Snapchat, I think.
So are you saying more messages? Because Josh McAllister said
No messages.
WhatsApp wouldn't be on, but Snapchat would, and it's more videos he was thinking about. What the UK government are going to bring to the table to ban. So they were more thinking videos rather than messaging softwares.
I would agree with Josh McAllister in the way that social media is more about, TikTok, not WhatsApp, sorry. TikTok, YouTube, X, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram stuff
yeah.
like that. Oh, whoops. Like things like that. However, I've heard like they're talking about banning things like WhatsApp, messages, things like that, which I wouldn't really count as social media. However, I do understand because like there's on WhatsApp there's channels where you can't exactly communicate, but you can hear stuff from other people around the world. But I still wouldn't fully count it as social media.
I think for me, the definition for social media is where you can socialize over the media you watch, hence social media. That you can watch videos like short form content or long form content, and you can laugh over it with your friends, family, etc.
So we're going to start rounding off soon. Should we talk a bit about what is your personal average screen time on your phone?
Yes, I think we should.
Probably.
Would you like to share?
Would you like to share with the class?
Share with us all?
No. Okay.
Anyone else?
I think from last time I checked, I think mine's like 2 hours and 48 minutes averaged per day because
A day, yeah.
Not
my
bad.
dad set limits on it.
I don't have set limits on it, but I still only average 3 hours to maybe 6 hours.
It's a big gap.
I think it depends when it is. Like in the holidays, you're gonna use your phone more on like weekends, whereas on like school days, you've got school, you've got maybe after school clubs. That's gonna take a lot of time out of your day.
Yeah. So, Poppy, can you share?
Would you like to say anything?
Oh, do you want me to say? No. Okay.
I think that's very mean, Leland.
Okay.
You shouldn't share other people's information.
Well, do you think that there should be more restrictions on how long you can spend on social media?
I'm gonna say no, because like I've had limits on it, and I feel like it kind of makes me use it less, but like if I'm having a great conversation with someone, all of a sudden it goes off. Oh, that's it, I can't talk to them again until tomorrow. What if it's only 12? I can't talk to them, I can't give them a warning. And I think there's other ways to help. I think also there's always a way around it in a way.
Yeah, because it sort of depends what actually counts to your screen limit. Sometimes people like to believe it's like, oh, it's because you're always playing your games, or it's always because you're scrolling on stuff, but it could also just be listening to music and having the lyrics up.
Yeah.
I think it should be more of a guideline saying, it'll pop up on your screen saying you've reached your how many hours of screen time, but you can still go after it, but it's just reminded you of how much you spent and you should get off it now.
I mean, that's what it does now, innit? Because if you're on TikTok and you've spent like your hour, it comes up and you just have to put a code into...
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It says you've reached your daily screen limit.
I think you should be able to set personal like reminders almost, so it can pop up and say, by the way, you've reached your personal limit. Go off it, continue to use it. And also I think either that, or it should say like every hour it should give you like you've used 1 hour today, you've used 2 hours today, etc., etc.
Yeah, I do agree with what you meant by that. I feel like instead of actually just fully taking you off of it, they should tell you how much you've spent on it, and then like you could be like, oh well, what else could I do other than staying on social media? I could do things like go out, make some cool stuff, I guess.
Ice cream. McDonald's, you know.
Okay, we are going to have to round off in a couple of minutes, but our last question, the most important one.
Most important.
On a serious note, we ask everybody who interview this, what is your favourite type of cheese?
Type of cheese.
I don't like cheese.
I hate cheese! Pecorino, I say.
Pecorino, that's the exact same as Josh McAllister.
I think it depends what it's in. I don't really like it, but like I like sprinkly cheese. I like carbonara, pizza. They're like the only 3 things I like with cheese. So whatever that cheese is.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Poppy.
Okay,
Right.
okay, we've gathered your opinion on cheese, okay.
We're gonna have to turn
We
that
are-
down in editing.
But
We
thank
don't
you
need any
all
more cheese.
for listening. Thank you for taking your time to come and talk to us.
Thank you.
3 episodes are now live with Josh McAllister, Will Gardner, and our students. That has been us here on Workington Academy Radio. I've been Noah,
I've been Charlie.
I've been Ollie.
and
We've been us.
And who's us?
I'm Lucy.
I'm Leland, I think.
You
Cheese
think?
puppy. Thank you for having us, guys.
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time on Behind the Algorithm. Goodbye.
Bye.
Workington Academy Radio.